Hey, it's Archaeology 101. Always, it's good to be with you. I'm going to slow my videographer down to stop because I want to talk to you about what you're seeing and the importance of a new field. This is my new field for 25. It's big, and you're going to see how big it is in a minute. We've been in it a total of 2 times so far, and the row of trees that you see at the base or behind this field, there's a sizable stream that runs through there. The far hill has flint pits. So the flint that's coming off of these hills is going somewhere where they're going from blanks to preforms. So far, we suspect that we're in a workshop, a preform type workshop. Though we're not finding preforms, we're having a hard time defining this. So what you're looking at now is a field. You're going to see some contours in this field. And the first thing that you need to do, that we need to do, is establish where the habitation was on this field. So she's going to sweep this field and come back, and I'll finish what I'm sharing with you in a minute. But just go ahead and watch. So what you're looking at is the extensiveness. There's an old spring that ran through the field. You saw the swale. And even past this little garage here, the field continues for another long way. And once we get down into the field, we'll be able to show you the full extent of the field. There's been flint in this field off and on everywhere, but in some areas more than not. Closest to us, these mowed yards, right at the edge of the mowed yard, is where we're tending to find more significant amounts of flint. No giant percussion pieces and no retouch pieces. No FCRs, so just a lot of question marks. We haven't figured this out yet, but we know that it's good flint. It's beautiful. Very little Flint Ridge, nearly all Coshocton, but we're seeing a lot of high quality Coshocton, and we both, my videographer and I, found some hammers. So we're excited. We're going to go down there. We're actually going to shoot a little bit of me walking around, trying to figure out what's going on. But the gist of this video is just to show you a new field. And as it turned out, this happens to be the big one that we're walking at the front side of this year, my new field. Okay, so check it out. I'm going to go down there, hop in the field, will shoot me out there in the field a little bit, along with a few groundhogs. No, and we'll get back to you. Okay, thanks for following. Anybody find these Easter eggs? I wanted to personally meet the bird that placed this one on this tree stump. We did not do this. This is actually here. But in the background, you're going to get a panorama now of this whole field. So we're going to swing it left. And here's what you're looking at. If you go to the left, the field goes all the way to a little tree line that's running all the way to the back where the stream, and it's a sizable stream. We just talked to a guy that used to hunt rabbits back there, and he kind of gave us the lowdown. It's wide and it's semi-deep. So you'll see the undulations, and that's what I wanted you to look at. See how it kind of rolls, and then you have a swale, and it rolls back up. Well, that swale actually is an old spring that ran through this field down in there. You can even see a little bit of the darker soil where that swale is. Field is higher on the back side. If we keep sweeping right, you're going to see that it rises. There's kind of like taking a deep breath, and the field is raising up a little bit. That's an area we want to explore. And then as we continue our adventure and look to the right, you're going to see more undulations. You'll see some high spots. You're going to see this is one whopping big field, and it's going to take time and a bunch of people to cover it. But I wanted you to experience the joy of a new field, reiterating the importance if you get a new field each year, because you never know when you need it. This year, we needed this new field, and it just fell into our lap, actually through a waitress where we were having lunch one day, and it was wonderful. So I'm going to invite you to join me in a second. I'm going to start real close to the house. The one landowner found some gorgeous stuff in his garden. So I'm going to just do a little bit real close, and then we'll move to another location. Okay, so join me in a minute. Okay, so we're ready to rock. I highly recommend a trowel. I highly recommend getting something on it. So if you leave it lay in the field, you always put it this way, but you're going to be able to get down silhouette and find it. Trust me, you will leave these laying in fields. And so when I walk, it's in my back pocket. If I need it, I can get to it, or my front pocket. And the reason I'm starting the camera right here is because this plowed field comes right to the edge of all these lawns. And this is something that I think you probably have thought about it, but not given it a whole lot of thought. Farmers are a little bit naughty. A lot of times they come in a foot more, or a foot more, or a foot more each year. And it's really a good idea to put someone on the outer edge to look at it right up to the grass and check that area out. Now, standing here already, I see a piece of flint right down here. I'm just going to point to it and then I'll dig it out, but it's right here. This is very close to almost a retouch flake where they're beginning to put an edge on maybe a final stage preform. It's not a finishing edge, but it's getting down to the edge. So I got my stuff. I got my camo bag. I've got my Ziplocs, and I've got a can of spray, of tick spray. Probably I'm not going to spray today, but I'm going to tell you, if you spray, you hit your shoes, you hit your socks real good up to your knees, because that's their habitat down there on the ground. And if you're covered well down there, you should be safe. So are you ready to walk? I'm ready to go. All right, we're going to walk. Okay, I see some flint already. Right here, this was a surprise. I didn't see this flake until I got down to pick up these two flakes. So these are not necessarily retouch or putting a final edge, but these are getting down to a closer to a last stage preform. We're working on a broken piece in repair. But this is an FCR. It's been in a fire pit and broken and shattered. I don't need these chips. I know what they are. But when I bent over, my eyes caught something over here. A flake, another flake right here. Can you see it? Video, Mr. Video, right here. My shadow's pointing to it. But up here's what really caught my eye. My shadow's going to point to it. Can you see it, everybody? It's right there. So I'll come over and show it to you. Oh boy, look at this. On the way over, another, oh, got a little bit of size to it. See what I got? Oh, look at this. This is cool. Okay, so we actually have a broken, probably a final stage preform. The proximal end right here, the distal end would have come out this way, but I hope you can see enough of the wart to believe me. I'm not pulling your leg. So I'm going to bag him and take him home. But this is the one that brought me over there. And when I bent down to pick this guy up, I saw him. So as I look at this flake, I already see retouch right here along the edge. This looks like a retouched engraver of sorts. Turn him over. Here's the cone of percussion. This is a uniface, kind of a flake type knife. And here's the opposite end, kind of a straight end. Not necessarily an end scraper. I think this is more of a multiple type tool. Okay, so I'm going to bag him. Oh boy, and I'm still looking around and I see chips. Here's another chip right down here. So those are all good signs. If you find this many chips in one area, just take a deep breath, let the air out, get ready for some walking. Okay, we're going to walk for a while. Have fun watching. Alrighty, this flint it's all over the field, but I'm just stopping occasionally to show you some stuff. Here's the piece. It looks like it might be a uniface blade. Don't know. So you're going to get to see the action with me. This is a piece of debitage, which you guys all find a lot of. All right, let's continue this crazy, wonderful 80-degree day walk. Alrighty, the first question that's already popped up. You've heard me talk about, be systematic in your walking, back, forth, and you notice I'm not doing that because we've already done a fairly decent systematic walk where we're at. We want to get over this hill, back into a new area and see what we got back there. But I just wanted to show you quickly how this flint is popping up. So right here, I got a little chip of flint, and you need to take the time and look at them because when you get down close to the ground, a lot of times you see something that you don't normally see. Now I just picked this up and it looks like flint, But if I turn him over, what do you think it is? It is not a sand, it is not a rock, but it is a part of a clay pigeon. And then I see wads from shotgun shells laying around out here in this field as well. Okay, now I see some flint over here. I want to swing over here real quick and pick it up. Oh, it's right here. This is a large uniface piece right here. I see another piece right here. And remember what I just said? Look at this. Here's part of the complex of the shotgun shell right here laying in the field. Okay, so I'm just going to roam around a little bit in here. We're not going to use the camera. We're just going to look for flint for a while. Then when we get up into our new area, we'll talk to you again. So thanks for your patience. A little bit of stop and goes here, but that's what it's like when you find a new field, okay? Hang in there. Alrighty, we're in a pretty much a workshop area right here. So what I'm going to do is just point to the ground and let you see all the chips. They're everywhere. And, you know, unfortunately, not enough hours in the day to pick them all up, but a lot of these do need to be picked up. We've already pre-walked this because we were checking it out to see where the flint fields were, but this whole area, if you want to just zoom in and look down there at some of the flint, that would be great. Bunch down here. Oh boy, there is just flint. And this whole side of this hill has been washed really, really well. So we have stuff showing in the troughs, but we also have flint that's been carried down into this low flat area. So when you're walking, I call this a washout. You want to look in your troughs, but really look these washouts over really good. Show you, I just picked up a FCR or firecracked rock. Come over here and show you. Here's the exterior of this piece of granite. But look how the sides are just blown off of it, okay? FCR. Those are really important because you know the people are camping. So were they camping as a serious campsite or a small village site? These kind of things are important. So you want to watch for these. A lot of them means you got a bigger, better site. Alrighty, we're going to retreat here in a few seconds. We're going to go back to the car, sit down, get some water, and just show you some of the stuff that came out of this field right now. My back pocket is full, and I didn't even start putting them in my pocket until I was halfway through this field. So, oh, jeez. We're two tired puppies with a lot of bags and a lot of flint. So we'll meet you back at the car. Thanks for walking along with us. I'm thinking hard cider right now. Okay, we're done. Out of the field. It's about mid-80, 85 out right now. We went to a local cafe. We're in the parking lot. Just going to show you some of the hard stones. We're going to go in and get an IV of coffee and cold and ice and cots and lay down and do everything that we can do here. But I just wanted to show you, this is the size of some of the flint that's coming out of the field. Now this came out of flint pits. This is the big stuff. When you start finding a lot of this, you're close to a flint pit somewhere. And from where we were shooting, looking to the back of the field, it turns out the back left of that field is where the major flint site was. We didn't get to a quarry or pit, but we got close to the area. So a lot of these start picking up. Now what I'm going to do is wash off some of these. Now, as you see, they're round, right color, texture. You can take a jug of water with you to the field to wash your hands, wash your stuff off. But we're going to look and see if we have a hammer here. Yep, right there. This whole edge has been altered all along here. I'm going to keep it coming. This is gone from altering. All right, so we're going to wash a few of these off. Remember what I said, when you're in the field, you just collect. Don't take the time to figure things out. Just bring them home. You can wash them and pitch them later. So we're just going to randomly wash. I pulled some of these out of the buckets. See if we got anything. I don't know, but here we are. Color, basically the round shape. Going to wash them off. Always keep a jug of water in your car. You never know when you'll need it to wash your hands, cool your face down, whatever. But here we go. Oh man, look at this. You see that? All this pounding on this piece. This whole end has been pounded right here. This is a great hammerstone right here. Okay, let me grab a couple more here. Now we may like get some that aren't, but again, when you're out in the field, you just collect, bring it back, wash them off, see if you got anything. You know, I'm not giving them a real clean washing right now. I'm just getting through them because I want to show them to you. This looks like it's been altered right here. This whole end right here. It's possible that this end is a fracture that came this direction, being used as a hammer, broke it off, and they flipped it over to this side, and they continued pounding. This is partial hammerstone right here. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do this little guy. Color, texture, everything looks good. Now we're going to wash and see if we got something here. See if we struck out or we got them all right. We got a home run. Don't know. Okay, well, color. Oh, baby, looky, looky. You see all this alteration right here? That's all the result of pecking. I'm going to turn him. Look at him. Right here. All that. Another little hammerstone. Okay, another little hammer. This guy, I started to wash. It was just full of clay. This end, not a whole lot going on with breakage, but this breakage occurred from this end. So with the breakage occurring from this end, they may have tried to use it as a hammer. So I flipped them over, looked at this end, and I see fracturing going off of both sides on this end. So this may have been one that they tried, and just couldn't get it to where they wanted to go and gave it a pitch. Hey, but that's not bad. We got more of these in here. And we're just going to cut it. We're going to go on inside. We're going to get something to drink and eat, and we'll talk to you some more in there. You'll get to see some of the arrowheads that we found. See you in a minute. This is Coca Water Cola. Coca Water Cola. As cold as I can get it. It was a tough day. And we were sitting not on site B1, but table B1. And we pulled out a few things that we picked up today just to show you. This is all new. We went into an area of the field we've never been. And so just take a peek. This is some of the stuff my videographer picked up. She's got looks like a preform that might have been looking toward a drill. It snapped, it broke there. Another preform, another preform, another preform. I'm sorry that I'm going so fast. A broken preform right here. This one is pretty well worked down, but it's another preform. I think it's a different culture preform. Little engraver right here. And this is an end scraper. Cone of percussion, distal end. And I hope you can see the retouch all along the edge. It's an end scraper archaic. This is some of the stuff that I picked up. Again, a lot of times I put stuff in my pocket when I'm in the field, but these are two preforms right here, chipped nicely on both sides. This is a flake tool. Cone of percussion is right here. This is a rollover. It was struck this way to thin it down like that, and then the energy rolled it this way. A couple blades, a couple notch points. Oh, she had a notch point too. I'll put it right there. Hey, I have found 3 notch points today. Part of a blade right here. And this is really cool. This may be part of a paleo blade. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to look him over. But it's the right color. It's the right flint. But it's nicely worked. And it's a field break. This is complete. At first I thought it might have been a preform, but then I'm looking at it. It may have a bevel right there, so we'll have to wash them up. Another preform. Another preform right here. And a couple nice long blades. And then our notch points. Here, I'll hold them up. So you could say these are not the best notch points I've seen in my life, but nonetheless, they came off the site. So just to kind of get a little closure, thanks for following us today. We just tried something new. We wanted to get out in the field. We wanted you to be there with us for the very first time and maybe feel some of the excitement. But it was too hot to get excited. We were in a survival mode. Uh, but so what we found is one area where it was kind of like workshopping. And then as we went to the very far back of the field, it was being workshopped, but bigger chips, bigger flakes, bigger hunks of flint. So for me, I'm thinking we had two areas of downsizing from a flint pit. Flint pit being on the other side of the river. We were right by the creek back there. And then you had your big pieces where they were knocking them down into preforms. Then as they came up the hill, we were getting some nice blades and things like that. So you were there for the first time with us. Thanks for joining us. I got to tell you, we have probably only touched 1/20th of that field. But a new field every year can make all the difference between sitting at home and getting out and doing what you love. And that's walking. So walk, walk, walk. And my famous words are collect, collect, collect. Oh man, thanks for what? Thanks for coming along. We'll see you soon.